Hey everyone, welcome back to EpicPit Reddit Stories. Today's story? Buckle up, because this one's about how a random wrong number text message at 1:04 in the morning turned into, well, let's just say it ended with me on a plane to Arizona, crying into complimentary pretzels and standing at a stranger's wedding. Sounds fake, right? I thought so too. But here's the thing about life. Sometimes the weirdest, most chaotic stuff is exactly what makes it beautiful. So let me take you back to the night it all started. You ever have one of those nights where your brain just refuses to shut off? That was me. Middle of July, heat pressing down like the world itself had a fever. I was sprawled in bed, shirt off, one foot sticking out from under the blanket, like that would magically cool me down. My ceiling fan rattled like it was running on its last ounce of energy. The glow from my phone on the nightstand was the only light in the room, and I was just drifting into that weird in-between stage. Not quite asleep, not quite awake. You know the stage, I mean, where your thoughts don't make sense, but they string together in ways that feel kind of comforting. Like, maybe tomorrow I'll start eating better, mixed with, do raccoons ever get embarrassed? And then it happened. Ping, that sound. That buzz. My eyes cracked open, annoyed. Who the hell was texting me at 1:04 a.m.? I thought maybe it was a spam alert. Your car's extended warranty. Or, click here for a free vacation in Florida. But nope. What I saw was way stranger, an unknown number. No name. Just one line. Is the green one better or the gold one? PLS answer fast, I blinked. I sat up, rubbed my eyes, read it again, and again, and again. Green? Gold? Answer fast? What kind of emergency was this? Was someone out there comparing jewelry? Dresses? Traffic lights? For half a second, I honestly thought maybe this was some scam I hadn't heard of. Like maybe if I answered gold, a hacker would drain my checking account. But the tone, it didn't feel fake. It felt real. Desperate even. Like somebody out there was pacing in their room, holding up two outfits, sweating bullets because this moment mattered more than anything. And something about it made me laugh. Not in a mean way. In a wow, life is hilarious sometimes way. So what did I do? Did I say wrong number? Did I ignore it and roll over? Nope. Half asleep, me decided to roll the dice. I grabbed my phone, smirked, and typed back. Green. Always go with the green one. Send. Done. End of story, right? At least that's what I thought. But 2 minutes later, ping. I groaned, grabbed my phone again, and what I saw nearly made me choke. Okay, thank you. I'm freaking out. I think I love him. An IDK if this is a date? It's like a maybe date. I stared at the screen, heart beating a little faster. This wasn't just someone asking about shoes. This was someone's life moment. Now, logically, this was the time to back out. To say, hey, wrong number. Good luck, though. And move on. But something in me wouldn't. Maybe it was curiosity. Maybe it was boredom. Maybe it was that little voice that whispers, come on, this could be interesting. So instead I typed, then wear the green. Look good. Feel better. And maybe date the hell out of it. Send. I waited, thumb hovering, eyes glued to the screen. 3 dots popped up. She was typing. My pulse quickened, like I was the one about to go on this date. And then, you're literally a stranger, but I love you. Thank you. And I just sat there, in the glow of my phone, grinning like an idiot at 1 in the morning. I thought that was it. Just a tiny slice of chaos in my otherwise boring life, something to laugh about the next day. But that was not the end. Not even close. That was the beginning. A week goes by. I don't think much about the green versus gold girl, honestly. In my head, it was just a funny little midnight encounter, like the digital version of bumping into someone at a gas station, holding the wrong pump, and telling them, nah man, that's diesel. So I'm back to my routine. My 9 to 5 job that feels more like 9 to eternity. My sad desk lunches, my evenings spent scrolling Netflix longer than I actually watch it. Then, it happens again. I'm sitting at my desk at work, on lunch break, unwrapping what I can only describe as the saddest turkey sandwich known to mankind. You know the kind. Soggy bread, mystery deli meat, one limp piece of lettuce that looks like it's reconsidering its career choices. I'm halfway through a bite when my phone buzzes. I glance down. Unknown number, and my heart does this weird flip. I open it. Green was the right call. It was a date. His name's Eli. He smelled like cedar and stress. I swear to you, I almost spit lettuce across the break room. Cedar and stress? That was either the name of a new cologne or the most accurate description of a man I had ever read. I'm grinning like a fool. Co-workers, probably thinking I've finally cracked. And before I can second-guess myself, I type back, Cedar and stress sounds like a bestseller. Happy for you, send. I'm thinking that's it. She'll drop an update and disappear again. But nope, she replies. You don't understand. I was shaking. He ordered tea. Tea? Who does that? I can't help it. I laugh out loud. A woman across the room glares at me like laughter is banned in the workplace. I type back, a man who smells like cedar and stress, apparently. 3 dots. I was so nervous I spilled water on the table. He didn't even flinch, just handed me a napkin like some kind of calm wizard. And that was the start. Because after that day, it didn't stop. The thread begins at first, it's every few days. Little check-ins. He texted me back after class. What does that mean? Do I wait 30 minutes to reply, or is that psycho? Goblin, if this man ghosts me, I will actually explode. And I, the accidental recipient of her panic, become her hype man. I start texting back with advice, pep talks, stupid jokes to make her laugh. Half the time I'm winging it, but to her, I guess I sound like I know what I'm doing. And then, days become every day. Every morning, I wake up to some new snippet of her life. Every night, she's giving me updates like I'm her invisible diary. I'm invested now. Against all logic, I'm rooting for Cedar and Stress Guy. One night, after a long rant from me about how guys are actually clueless 90% of the time, she sends back, "You're my text goblin," like a little gremlin living in my phone giving me unsolicited advice. I laugh so hard I screenshot it. Text goblin, that's it? That's me now. And from then on, that's all she calls me. Goblin. Not, hey dude, or stranger, or who are you anyway? Just goblin, and weirdly, I love it. Here's the part that feels surreal. By day, I'm just me. A guy dragging himself through work, waiting in line at the grocery store, overcooking pasta for dinner, binging shows I've seen 3 times already. But by night, I'm a secret text goblin, living rent-free in some stranger's phone, guiding her through first dates and outfit crises, decoding the mysteries of Eli's emoji choices. Sometimes she'll send me a blurry selfie captioned, "I look like roadkill, but he still kissed me. What is happening?" He sent a smiley face. Not but different vibes, goblin. Different vibes. And I'll be lying in bed, typing long, overthought analyses like I'm decoding the Zodiac cipher. The weird thing, she never once asks who I am. Never once says, "Wait, who are you? Why are you helping me?" And I never tell her. It's like we silently agreed to keep it anonymous. Like breaking that rule would pop the bubble. And so this strange, invisible friendship grows. Her with her maybe boyfriend, me with my boring little life. Connected by chaos. And for reasons I can't explain, it feels good. By the time November rolls around, it's official. I have 2 lives. There's normal me. The guy who wakes up to an alarm he snoozes 3 times, trudges through work, mutters at traffic lights, eats microwaved leftovers for dinner, and then there's text goblin me. The secret gremlin living in a stranger's phone, dispensing pep talks and outfit advice like some wise, invisible best friend in the walls. And honestly, goblin me feels more real than normal me some days. It starts every morning. My alarm goes off at 7:30. I roll over, squint at the screen, And there it is, a new message from her. Sometimes it's cheerful. He brought me coffee today. Who even does that? Sometimes it's panicked. He used an ellipsis, Goblin. An ellipsis. This is bad, right? Sometimes it's just, good morning, Goblin. Tell me to breathe. And every time, without fail, I answer. I start crafting replies on my commute, on my lunch break while brushing my teeth. It's like a game of emotional ping pong. She lobs a moment from her life. I volley back encouragement, sarcasm, advice, the banter. The banter becomes a whole language of its own. She starts sending me screenshots of Eli's texts with captions like, explain this. And I reply with dramatic analyses. This emoji means he's thinking of you. This period means he's serious. This lack of punctuation means he's either tired or plotting world domination. She sends me pictures of outfits laid out on her bed. A sweater, a jacket, two different pairs of shoes. Left or right? And I'll reply, left. Always left. Right is cursed. Trust me, we develop inside jokes about the green dress. She starts calling anything good green energy. Date went great, Goblin. Full green energy. I send back memes. She sends me voice notes of her laughing. We're like two kids passing notes in class. Except the classroom is the entire internet, and we've never actually met. Slowly, through texts, I start to piece together her world. She's in grad school. She works part-time at a cafe. She has a cat named Bean. She loves cinnamon rolls but hates cinnamon gum. She's smart, sarcastic, a little anxious. The kind of person who triple-checks her emails before hitting send. The kind of person who thinks out loud, even in texts. And Eli, the cedar and stress guy, he's complicated, sweet one day, distant the next. The kind of guy who quotes obscure indie bands but forgets to reply for 12 hours. And here's me, a dude in a small apartment, living off frozen pizza and podcasts. A guy whose most exciting social interaction some days is the barista at Starbucks, writing my name wrong on a cup. But because of her, my phone isn't just doom-scrolling anymore. It's a lifeline, a story unfolding in real time. I start looking forward to her messages more than anything else. That little ping is like a spark in the middle of my gray day. And weirdly, it's not romantic. It's not flirty. It's something else entirely. It's like being somebody's secret anchor. The naming deepens. One night, she sends, Goblin. I swear, if you ever stop answering me, I'll just implode. I type back, Goblin Oath. I will always answer, unless I'm dead, or asleep, or abducted by aliens. Even then, I'll try. She sends back 10 laughing emojis. Then, you're like a character in a book, you know. The secret advisor, the friend in the walls. And I sit there staring at that. Because, yeah, that's exactly how it feels. A snapshot of our text, her. He's been quiet all day. Should I double text? Me. No, put the phone down. Eat a snack? Breathe, her. I hate snacks right now, me. No one hates snacks. You're just anxious. Snack anyway. Her. He just asked if I want to go hiking this weekend. Do I? Me. Do you own shoes? Then yes, her. I have shoes. I don't have cardio. Me. You'll survive. Bring water. Don't die. Text Goblin out. Her. Goblin. What if I like him too much? Me. Then you're alive. That's what it's supposed to feel like. My side of ITI start noticing little changes in myself. I'm more patient at work, more willing to listen to my friends. I'm even, God forbid, cooking real meals sometimes. I start thinking about the people who've been text goblins for me. The teacher who told me I was smart when I felt dumb. The friend who talked me through my first breakup. My sister when she reminded me to breathe before job interviews. And I realize, maybe we're all just passing around this invisible support role, one to another. And yet, but as close as we've gotten in texts, we've never broken the rule. She never asked my name. I never tell her. It's like this secret bubble we're both afraid to pop. And some nights, lying in the dark, I wonder, if we ever met in real life, would it ruin it? Would we even like each other? Then my phone pings, and I forget all about it. It's late November. The air outside is sharp with cold, the kind that stings your lungs a little when you breathe too deep. I've been working overtime, my brain fried from spreadsheets and fluorescent lights. I come home, kick off my shoes, collapse onto the couch. I'm halfway through debating whether microwaving leftover pizza counts as cooking when my phone buzzes. Normally, a buzz from her means something fun. Outfit pics, Eli updates, rants about professors. But this time, the preview makes my chest tighten. Okay, Goblin. I told him I love him. I sit up. Heart racing. 3 dots appear. Disappear. Appear again. Then, and he said it back. I don't even realize I'm holding my breath. Then another message, almost frantic. I'm so scared. I feel like my heart is too big and soft for this world. And man, that one hits me. Because I know that feeling. That mix of joy and terror, like standing on a cliff and realizing you've already jumped. I stare at the screen, thumbs hovering. What do you even say to that? I'm not a therapist. I'm not a best friend. I'm not anyone. But I'm her goblin. That's something. So I type, he's lucky to have you. And green was still the right choice. Send. It's simple. Maybe too simple, but it feels right. The silence. Normally she fires back right away. Emojis, jokes, rants. But this time, nothing. Minutes tick by. Then hours. I check my phone before bed. Nothing. I check again when I wake up. Still nothing. And slowly it dawns on me. This might be the end. Maybe she doesn't need her goblin anymore. Maybe now that she's got Eli, the stranger in her phone has served his purpose. And as stupid as it sounds, it hurts. 2 months. December crawls by. Christmas lights go up. New Year's fireworks explode. People kiss in the street while I'm at home, eating instant ramen and scrolling Spotify playlists. And all the while, silence. 2 months without a word. I tell myself it's fine. She's living her life. I was just a weird footnote, a stranger she'll laugh about years later. But at night, when I roll over and see my phone on the nightstand, part of me still expects a ping, still waits for the little green bubble. What it meant to me, this is where I realize just how much she slipped into my life. Before her, my days blurred together. Work, food, TV, sleep. Rinse, repeat. But she made things feel alive. Like I was part of something unfolding, even if it wasn't mine. And when she vanished, the absence was louder than the presence had ever been. I kept checking my phone like a nervous tick, kept opening our thread and scrolling up through old messages, reading our jokes, our banter, her anxieties, my dumb pep talks. It wasn't just texting, it was connection. And I didn't know how much I'd needed that until it was gone. Then, January. Cold, gray. Miserable January. I'm at work, staring at the computer screen like it owes me money, when my phone buzzes. I glance down. Unknown number. The same unknown number, and my pulse spikes. The message says, I found out who you are. I freeze. Literally stop breathing for a second. Then, you used your real Spotify once. That's how I found your playlist. Then your profile. My stomach drops. I feel exposed, like someone just ripped the mask off. Before I can even type, another text. I'm not mad. I actually have a question. And the next one nearly knocks me out of my chair. Will you come to my wedding? As my text goblin, I'm sitting in my office chair, one hand hovering over the keyboard, the other gripping my phone like it's a live wire. The screen glows with that last message, will you come to my wedding? As my text goblin, I read it again, and again. My brain short-circuits, a wedding? Her wedding? I didn't even know she was engaged. Last I heard, she just told Eli she loved him. Now she's inviting me, a total stranger, to one of the most intimate, monumental moments of her life. My first instinct is to laugh, because it's so absurd. My second instinct is to panic, because it's so real. The flood of thoughts. Questions hit me like hailstones. Does Eli even know about me? Am I going to show up and be some weird internet cautionary tale? What if it's a trap? Okay, unlikely, but my anxiety brain is creative. What if seeing her in real life ruins this whole strange, beautiful thing we've had? But beneath all that, a quiet voice says, "You can't not go." Because for over a year, I've been there for her in texts, in the dark, in the moments no one else saw. And now she's asking me to stand in the light. I stare at the message, thumbs trembling. Then I type, "Are you serious?" 3 dots. Completely. It wouldn't feel right without you there. I swallow hard. Then type back, "Okay." Text, "Goblin is in. Send." And just like that, I've agreed to fly across the country to attend a wedding for a woman whose real name I don't even know. Over the next few weeks, my life becomes a blur of logistics. Booking flights, requesting time off, Googling what do you wear to a stranger's wedding. She sends me the details. Date, time, location. She tells me there'll be a green ribbon somewhere, so I'll know it's her. She doesn't send a photo of herself, doesn't tell me what she looks like. And weirdly, I don't ask, because I realize it doesn't matter. I already know her. Not her face, not her hair, but her. The person who panicked over outfits at 1:04 a.m., the person who called me Goblin, the person who made me feel like my life had color again. Doubts in the dark still at night. Doubts creep in. What if I'm making a fool of myself? What if I show up and she doesn't even want me there? What if Eli looks at me like I'm some homewrecker in khakis? But then I picture her green text bubbles, her cat named Bean, her nervous laugh when she sent voice notes. And I know, this isn't about me. This is about showing up. So I pack my bag. I print the boarding pass. And I tell myself, it was always green. The morning of the flight, I'm jittery. I haven't felt this nervous since my own high school graduation. At the airport, I keep imagining scenarios. She runs up and hugs me. She runs up and slaps me. She runs up and realizes she invited the wrong guy. On the plane, I watch clouds slide by the window and think about how bizarre life is. One wrong number. That's all this started with. A tiny misdial, and now here I am, 30,000 feet in the air, heading to a wedding I shouldn't even know about. I think about telling someone, my coworkers, my family, "Hey, I'm flying to Arizona for a wedding." Whose wedding? Oh, just a stranger from a wrong number text. Yeah. No. Some things you keep to yourself. I land in Arizona in the early afternoon. The sky is a wide, unbroken blue. The air smells like sun-baked earth and airport coffee. I get a rental car, plug the venue address into my phone, and start driving through a landscape of cacti and red rock. Everything feels surreal, like I'm inside a movie shot, in warm tones. My stomach is a knot. My palms are sweaty on the steering wheel, because in just a couple hours, I'm gonna see her, for the first time. The venue is a rustic outdoor space strung with fairy lights. Wooden chairs lined up in rows. Flowers everywhere. People in dresses and suits milling around, hugging, laughing. I park, step out, and suddenly feel completely out of place, like a crash-landed alien in a sea of normal humans. I don't know anyone. I don't even know her real name. But then, I see it. A woman at the edge of the crowd, hair done up in soft waves, a green ribbon woven through it. And even though I've never seen her face, I know instantly it's her. She turns, sees me, and smiles. Not a shy smile, a knowing one, like we've been meeting here all along. And then she winks. That wink is the bridge between every text we've ever sent. In that moment, all the doubts, the fears, the absurdity, it dissolves. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. The ceremony is about to start. Guests are finding their seats, chatting, adjusting ties and dresses. I'm standing near the back, trying not to look as out of place as I feel. I keep scanning the crowd, like maybe I'll spot a familiar face. Which makes no sense, because I don't know a single person here. Not one. Except her. the girl with the green ribbon in her hair. Watching her walk. When the music starts, everyone turns. And there she is, walking down the aisle, sunlight catching the green ribbon in her hair. She looks radiant, not just in the "it's her wedding day" way, but in the "this is the chapter she chose" way. She walks past rows of family and friends, past Eli waiting at the altar, and for just a split second, she glances my way. And she winks. That wink nearly floors me. It's small, but it's everything. It's every late-night panic text, every outfit poll, every goblin, "what do I do?" rolled into one quiet acknowledgement. I'm here. I showed up. The officiant speaks. Vows are exchanged. Eli's voice cracks when he says, "I do." And she laughs softly, like the sound of relief. The crowd claps and cheers. Someone whistles. Phones snap pictures. And me? I'm standing there grinning like an idiot, clapping along, feeling more invested in this wedding than any I've ever attended in my life. I don't know these people, but somehow I do. Because I've been there since the first date jitters, since the spilled water, since the cedar and stress text. After the ceremony, everyone spills into the reception area. There are fairy lights overhead, long tables with flowers, people raising glasses of champagne. I stand awkwardly near the edge, holding a soda, wondering if I should just ghost like a true goblin. And then she's there. She walks up, still glowing, dress flowing, green ribbon shimmering. And before I can say a word, she hugs me. Tight. I'm frozen for a moment, then hug her back, and she whispers, so only I can hear, "Thank you for picking green." My throat tightens. I manage to whisper back, "It was always green." Later, music plays, couples dance, kids chase each other between tables. I linger at the edge, watching, trying to memorize it all. And I notice something. She keeps sneaking glances at me across the room. Not in a secret romantic way, more like a "you're part of this too" way. At one point, she holds up her glass across the crowd, a silent toast. I lift mine back, and in that moment, I realize I'm not just the stranger in her phone anymore. I'm part of her story. Eventually, it's time for them to leave. She and Eli wave. The crowd showers them in cheers and confetti. Before she goes, she finds me one last time. Another hug. She says, "Goblin, I love you. You're the reason I didn't give up on all this." And I, the guy who almost told her wrong number a year ago, can only choke out, "You deserve every bit of it." Then she's gone, off into her new life. And I'm left standing there, a little dazed, a little emotional, soda cup in hand. On the flight home, I scroll through my phone. Her number's still saved, same as always. Not under her real name. Because truth be told, I forgot it in the chaos. She's still in my contacts as possibly chaos. And that's exactly what she was. Chaotic, random, improbable, but also kind and beautiful, and proof that sometimes life throws you something absurd and wonderful, just to remind you that we're not as alone as we think. I sit back, staring at the clouds outside the airplane window. A little over a year ago, I got a text at 1:04 a.m. Is the green one better or the gold one? PLS answer fast, and I almost didn't answer. Almost told her wrong number. But instead I said, green. Always go with the green one. And somehow, that tiny choice led me here. To a wedding in Arizona. To a stranger who became a friend. To a reminder that weirdness is sometimes just kindness in disguise. Because in the end, it was always green. The ceremony is about to start. Guests are finding their seats, chatting, adjusting ties and dresses. I'm standing near the back, trying not to look as out of place as I feel. I keep scanning the crowd, like maybe I'll spot a familiar face. Which makes no sense, because I don't know a single person here. Not one. Except her. The girl with the green ribbon in her hair. Watching her walk. When the music starts, everyone turns. And there she is, walking down the aisle, sunlight catching the green ribbon in her hair. She looks radiant, Not just in the it's her wedding day way, but in the this is the chapter she chose way. She walks past rows of family and friends, past Eli waiting at the altar, and for just a split second, she glances my way and she winks. That wink nearly floors me. It's small, but it's everything. It's every late night panic text, every outfit poll, every goblin, what do I do? Rolled into one quiet acknowledgement. I'm here. I showed up, the officiant speaks, vows are exchanged. Eli's voice cracks when he says I do, and she laughs softly, like the sound of relief. The crowd claps and cheers. Someone whistles. Phones snap pictures, and me? I'm standing there grinning like an idiot, clapping along, feeling more invested in this wedding than any I've ever attended in my life. I don't know these people, but somehow I do, because I've been there since the first date jitters, since the spilled water, since the cedar and stress text. After the ceremony, everyone spills into the reception area. There are fairy lights overhead, long tables with flowers, people raising glasses of champagne. I stand awkwardly near the edge, holding a soda, wondering if I should just ghost like a true goblin. And then, she's there. She walks up, still glowing, dress flowing, green ribbons shimmering, and before I can say a word, she hugs me. Tight. I'm frozen for a moment, then hug her back, and she whispers so only I can hear. Thank you for picking green. My throat tightens. I manage to whisper back, it was always green. Later, music plays, couples dance, kids chase each other between tables. I linger at the edge, watching, trying to memorize it all. And I notice something. She keeps sneaking glances at me across the room, not in a secret romantic way, more like a you're part of this too way. At one point, she holds up her glass across the crowd, a silent toast. I lift mine back, and in that moment I realize I'm not just the stranger in her phone anymore. I'm part of her story. Eventually, it's time for them to leave. She and Eli wave. The crowd showers them in cheers and confetti. Before she goes, she finds me one last time. Another hug. She says, Goblin, I love you. You're the reason I didn't give up on all this. And I, the guy who almost told her wrong number a year ago, can only choke out, you deserve every bit of it. Then she's gone, off into her new life. And I'm left standing there, a little dazed, a little emotional, soda cup in hand. On the flight home, I scroll through my phone. Her number is still saved, same as always. Not under her real name, because truth be told, I forgot it in the chaos. She's still in my contacts as possibly chaos. And that's exactly what she was. Chaotic, random, improbable, but also kind and beautiful, and proof that sometimes life throws you something absurd and wonderful. Just to remind you that we're not as alone as we think. I sit back, staring at the clouds outside the airplane window. A little over a year ago, I got a text at 1:04 a.m. Is the green one better or the gold one? PLS answer fast, and I almost didn't answer. Almost told her wrong number, but instead I said, green. Always go with the green one. And somehow, that tiny choice led me here. To a wedding in Arizona, to a stranger who became a friend, to a reminder that weirdness is sometimes just kindness in disguise. Because in the end, it was always green.